We decided we wanted to install a new roof system on our motorhome. We haven't had any leaks, none that we know of anyway, and we check pretty frequently to make sure there's nothing seeping through. Um, there are some cracks in the seal around it, but the biggest problem I've been having is white stripes washing off anytime it rains or a heavy dew or the air conditioner condensation drips off. It leaves these almost impossible to clean off white stripes running down the side of the full body paint. So what we're going to do while we're replacing the roof is replace some of the equipment. The satellite dish, which we never used, it came with the motorhome. It was a very expensive component, and I'm sure it was fine in its day, but also with the satellite dish, you got to set it up. You got to find somewhere that's not under a tree, that it doesn't lose signal every time a truck or a camper goes driving by your yard. So we got the carry-on satellite and the built-in. So we took the built-in unit off of the roof. Like I said, we're not having any leaks. I just don't want to have any. So the two priorities of changing this is to stop the white streaks running down the side of the camper. And there are some cracks in the Dicor and the sealant and the seams. So we're going to show you a before view. That's what you're looking at here, is the before the satellite dish was taken off and before anything was done at all. We're going to show you a little bit of work where the guy's washing the roof off and then putting the new roof back on. And I'll show you how we removed the satellite dish here as well. And we're looking forward to showing you the after. Hopefully it'll look much better. So this little dome cover, the plastic part from the vendor, just the plastic cover, costs $545. I'm not paying that. Well, we don't use the satellite dish anyway. We use streaming services for all our videos. So before I get the new roof, I told them that I would take this off. Alright, this is cracked all to pieces, and I'm going to need a 7/16 to unbolt it from the roof. And that looks like it, except for the caulking and the sticky stuff that's holding it on there. And there you go. Dish is off. Now I just got to take the wires loose and we'll be done. Heavy coming down. We're done. We're done.
I'm Joe with RV Armor.
Wayne Burgett, nice to meet you, Joe.
Wayne, when I get to the job site, normally what I do is I kind of go over what I'm going to do, kind of give you a listing. This is a typical roof that is on your RV. It's got the rubber roof.
Yep.
And as you can see, there's not a whole lot to it.
Yeah. pretty thin.
What we do is we put a primer on it. This is the old primer. Now the primer is turquoise.
Yeah.
The primer has one primary function. That's to keep the rubber from stretching and getting out of shape.
Okay.
Okay? So the primer keeps the off-gassing of this product right here from causing the rubber to stretch.
Okay.
So that's the only purpose of it as far as we're concerned. When I get through, the field will be 2 credit cards thick.
All right.
The penetrations will be about 3/16 of an inch thick, and the transition bars on the front cap and the rear cap. I'll put a fabric over all those, and when I get through, it'll be about 3/16 of an inch thick.
Okay.
Okay. This one here was a gray roof that I ended up pulling off. But you have gray, you have white, and they have a tan. So, with that being said, what happens is this ends up having a 2,000 pound tensile strength, they tell me.
Wow.
So what's happening is when you're driving down the road and you snag a branch, and that branch grabs this, it tears.
Right.
Okay, so you get a tear in it. With this, what happens is the branch lays on the side of the rig, it kind of scoots over a little bit easier. So it's supposed to have a 2,000 pound tensile strength.
Right.
So it should be able to handle anything that, you know, small branch is going to put on it. Basically, that's it in a nutshell. That is the product.
All right. Well, as far as dealing with RV armor, I called the guys. They were very professional, very friendly. They called me back. He put me onto the sales guy, or actually the project management guy who coordinated when you were going to come out,
Colin.
or whoever was going to come out, like Colin. Super guy. Had a great experience talking to him. Anyway, I had pretty much done my homework from YouTube videos and research on the website, and actually the owner of the company, I think, has a video of exactly how they did one.
They have many videos.
Yeah. So I knew from that, I felt like this was a good product and a good investment. Not cheap, but I'd rather pay a little more and get what you pay for
Right.
than go cheap, you know, just squirt on some stuff and hope it don't leak. So how did you, if you don't mind, and then we'll be done, how did you get into this career doing this? Have you done this a long time?
I was a sign man before,
Okay.
and without getting into details, I ended up looking for another career,
Yeah.
and I had a fifth wheel. So I called, just like you, looking for a roof to be put on. And at the end of the conversation, I asked them if they needed any technicians. That was 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
are at the end of day 2, and we have the top has been washed. All of the old sealant and lap seal and Dicor self-leveling sealant has been scraped off or ground off or sanded off, so the edges are smooth or at least clean. And the top has been coated with a base coat, and then the fabric around the sides and all the penetrations and the front and the back caps have been covered up with tape and base, so we're ready for the roof to go on tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing what that looks like. So that's just a fiberglass.
No, it's just a cloth.
And the silver stuff is glue.
The gray is the base coat.
The base. All right, good deal.
Normally I roll it,
Yeah,
but
looks better without that suit.
because of the 90 degrees and all that, I want to make sure that I get it pressed in.
All right. It looks better without the luggage rack thing up here already. Fewer holes to have to seal up. So, kind of brief me where we are today. I know it's been washed, and you sent me a text last night. So we got the base coat on. That was painted on. Did you roll the?
Roll the field.
Roll the. Okay, the field is like the main body of the thing. All right. So
Yesterday, what I did is basically I put fabric down both sides because the manufacturer's sealant started to fail, and then other people had added on top of that, which just caused failure on top of failure.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do was to remove all the existing sealant so that we could put a new sealant up there, which is our fabric.
Okay.
So I put the fabric from front to back, both sides, across front and both front and rear
Caps.
transition bars.
Okay.
Okay, that's where the fiberglass meets the roof. The front cap and the rear cap meet the roof.
All right.
Got them down, got the field covered,
Yep.
got all the fabric work done around all the vents, crank up vents,
Right.
and your bathroom vents. And today I'm going to flash them, which is an extra layer
Okay.
on the fabric. And then I'm going to caulk down the sides of the fabric to make sure that wind doesn't get up underneath the edge of it
Oh, and start.
and start
Yeah.
rolling it up.
Okay.
Usually that's more cosmetic than anything because we've got like 3 inches of material
On top
over
of
on
that.
the radius. So it would have to blow up a pretty good bit to get
Yeah.
water up underneath that. And Robert has expressed that several times, that it's the layering that keeps the water out, but it also gives it that flexibility to be able
to move.
to flex.
Yeah. Well, so far I'm pleased with what I'm seeing up to this point, and I just want to get an idea of what today and tomorrow really
Today is
consist of.
going to be caulking along the edges of the fabric and flashing, and I'm going to cover the whole field. The radius is in the field. Tomorrow we'll be coming back and putting on the accessories
Yeah.
and making sure that I don't have any missed areas or holidays. I like to do that before I leave
Okay.
to ensure that you don't call me and say, Joe, I got a spot.
Overall, Norma and I were very pleased with not only the product, but with the individual that was sent out to do the installation. He was very professional and kept us informed all the way through the process, so we knew exactly what to expect. If you like this video, please subscribe and click the notification bell so you won't miss any of our other videos, and watch one of our other videos. We have lots of adventures that we've enjoyed and we'd like to share them with you.